Hey, 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 Anita Waterman here, and it is 1 minute before the call gets started. Just want to say hi to my viewers, and tonight I want to share with you some really life-changing breakthroughs that I've been having and that you can have too, with ease and without struggle. So, we're going to start right now. One of the things I'm going to do first is tell you a story. One of the first mentors I ever heard talk told her story about her childhood, which was horrifying. Beatings every day, went to school with black and bruise marks on her hands and arms, a father into, and mother, I guess, too, into cocaine and all the drugs that you could possibly name, and just blowing them in their kids' face. But one thing you find out about her is she's still grateful. She was grateful for life. One of the things that you can learn from people who make a lot of money and are having fun and not doing it in a stressed out way is they usually are extremely grateful for what they have. And they take care of what they have. And so what happened to her was she got involved in network marketing, and she wasn't coachable at first because she thought she knew it all. You know, she was right. But her mentor just looked her in the face, and said, "Danny, shut up. Your thoughts have gotten you to where you are. My thoughts have gotten me to where I am. You need to listen." And he also said, if you ever want me to coach you or help you ever again, you need to go to an event. It's in 3 days. You need to go. And she lived in Hawaii at the time. So she calls up her friend, say, we got to go. And for some reason, they went with her, and they went to the event, and she had a breakthrough at that event. Not everyone has a breakthrough at their first event. They have a breakthrough, but it's not as mind-blowing as hers was. So what I want to share with you is she didn't get started with a happy family, a happy marriage. Her husband divorced her after he found out she was the biggest income earner in that program, and then divorced her right after that, took all their money. So she wasn't having success in too many areas. And one of the ones that she really didn't have any success in is when she was 17, she gave up one of her children for adoption. And she never felt good about that. But she thought she would hurt her child like her father had hurt her. She was afraid. And fear, that decision was based on fear. And she regrets it to this day. Even though she's appreciative now because she's reunited with her daughter, she regrets that decision. Now, what I am doing right now is trying to help you see all of our excuses combined could be bigger than the pyramids. We all have them. And what is so beautiful about having excuses and having setbacks and having problems is you get an opportunity to show what you're really made of. Are you a whiner and complainer and giver-upper as soon as the first problem comes along? Or are you a person who says, now what have I learned? What can I apply? And what will I apply today? And that's what has to happen. For those breakthroughs to happen is you have to still take action even on bad days. Even on your worst days, you still have to take some type of action. Even if it's just talk to 3 people and say, hi, how are you? Actually, they're saying, hi, how are you, isn't the best way to break the ice. Even a better way is tell me about your week, or tell me about your weekend. How was it? Tell me about, and then your golfing, whatever it is that you have in common with that person. Tell me a little bit about your dogs. So tell me about is better than even saying, hi, how are you? Okay. Now the second part I want to explain to you is last week we had a big promotion for Lawrence Tam, who's my upline, and he was doing a hangout with us. And I wanted to get as many people there as I could because he has a great story. You know, he's had every excuse to quit this industry, and just when he was ready to quit, he made money. And it came from past effort. And he did a struggle effort. He wasn't one of those people that did it with ease. He struggled. He worked hard because that's what he believed. So we want to unlearn that it always has to be a struggle to be successful in this industry or any other industry. When you are vibrating at gratitude, gratefulness, happiness, that takes care of the struggle. What's really interesting, I was thinking about when I was a child, and I remember Cinderella came out, and this fairy godmother came along and made it happen. Okay, that isn't reality. That's not a law of attraction, and it's not even real. In fact, it lies to us and puts the wrong idea of what we have to do to get what we want. So, when I was a little girl, I thought that's how it should be. So when it didn't come out like that, and I didn't have that fairy godmother, I just quit whatever I started. So now, with abundance and thankfulness and gratitude, it's a lot different. Once you have those ingredients, it's called being irresistible. And when you're irresistible, you can't help but attract irresistible people into your business with you, into your life with you. So doing things that you love makes you irresistible as well. Take, for example, this picture I have of myself up here. I can't use the camera because I'm outside in the dark, away from the kids making all the noise in the house. So you can't see me anyway. But I went to Fiverr, and I've always, I'm Dream Rescuer, MLM Hero. I love those identities, your secret identity, who you really are deep inside. And so I had them I took a test on what superhero I was, and even though I don't necessarily believe that, doesn't matter. The point was it gave me some ideas on what direction to go. And so this is the one they picked for me. And now I have my identity, my new identity. What it will look like, what it will feel like when I am functioning and performing at the highest vibration that I'm called to perform at. What is really interesting is it's fun. So now I'm going to have this picture to put on my header for my blog, and of course some type of title there and subtitle and a call to action, hopefully. But the point is, it doesn't really matter. I don't have to work hard. Working hard gets you only so far. Struggling only gets you so far. You can struggle. You will make it. Persistence and struggling, you will eventually make it if you don't quit. But what if there was a better way? What if there was a way where you didn't have to struggle, where you could actually have fun, where you could actually enjoy yourself, where you could actually do the things that you want to do? So, but it has to be something. You have to learn and teach. Learn and teach, whether you do it through your blog or you do it through videos like I do or you do it through Hangouts like I do. You have to be able to take those steps. And while you're doing that, be grateful for what you are doing. Instead of saying, oh, this isn't good enough, my logo isn't, as good as that one, or is that one, my header's not as good as this one. Just say, this or something better will come along. And this is good enough. This is where it's meant to be for right now. And then keep making improvements every single day. One of the things I heard a very good mentor say that truly hit me right in the middle of my forehead was, do you really know what you want? What's your perfect day? And I've done my perfect day many times. But I don't run it through my head every day, and I don't vibrate at the perfect day level every day. And I was really shocked that I was hearing it again. And it's kind of like when you teach children. How many times do you have to tell a child, put your clothes away, put this away, this goes here, this goes there? We're no different. Our brain works the same way. We have to be told over and over again, be at your best self. Vibrate at your best self. When things are coming your way, arrows are coming your way, try forgiveness, and not just try, forgive, and vibrate with gratitude, knowing that this experience is going to make you a better self, a better person. One of the things that happened to me recently was me and my husband just were not getting along. There's just nothing we could do to get along. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It's like life. It's had its ups and it has its downs, and you just want to quit. But when I listened to how I sounded and how ungrateful I sounded and felt that space and where it was coming from, I knew that was not my highest self or my best self. What would be my highest self is to have that godlike quality of love. And this is why you'll notice a lot of people who claim to be Christian know a couple of tricks that other people may not know about. The Bible has awesome advice in it, such as, if you don't appreciate what you got, even what you got is going to be taken away. There's a big story on that. These three guys each got a gift. One got 10 talents, another got 5, and another got 1. Well, the one with the 10 went out and doubled it. The one with or I think he 100-folded it or something. It was just an amazing amount. And then the second one doubled it. And then the third one buried it and hid it. Because his belief system said, my master is horrible, and if I don't give him this money back, he's going to kill me. So he didn't have good belief or good morals or good vibration. He was vibrating from very low level and seeing the worst in somebody instead of seeing the best in them. So it's really interesting how that turned out for all three of them. The one with the 10 got double. The one that doubled it got a little bit more. But the one who had the 1 talent lost even that and got nothing. So the Bible is full of these kind of stories in it to help people understand there are universal laws, and that is one of them. It's a universal law that's been in the Bible even before The Secret and even before all these other things came out. It knew that you had to give to get. But another thing that is truly amazing about the Bible is it knew about multiplication, leverage. It knew about that, and I'm going to give you another example of a story there. When you are building your business, what you have to understand is you may not know what your talent is, you may not know what your value is, and so you're struggling to figure it out. You don't get answers that way. What you do is go read something and then go teach it. Go learn something, then go teach it. That is what you do, not struggling trying to figure it out. The other thing you do is figure out what you want. What does your perfect day look like? So this takes out the struggle. This takes out the struggle and puts in its place a high vibration coming from your mind, from your body, from your thoughts that attract that same quality. So when I talk about ease, you were designed to be able to leverage your talents with ease, not with struggle and failure. This is what I think about is the eagle. What if the eagle decided, no one's taught me how to fish. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But yet instinctively, they're designed to add value to their family. They're designed to add value to themselves by getting food. Humans are even more able to create value. They can take what are those worms called? A silkworm, and take that silk and turn it into a beautiful garment. They can take seed, bread seed, watermelon seed, whatever it is, and create food, or create a storage house where they can store more food. So we have the ability to take our talents and without struggle, just knowing some skills, some simple skills of what to do. Like when you bake bread, is it really hard? If it was hard, would millions of people make their own bread every day? No. If it was really hard and it wasn't simple, millions of people would not do it and get better and better at it. So think of it like making bread. There's some steps you take that make your bread taste the way you want to. You add this, you add that, you add this. And it's no different when you're adding value to other people and when you're adding value to yourself. It's no different. There's just some steps you have to make sure you're taking. And one of them, of course, we've talked about is the gratitude, is the perfect day, is always getting back to love. When you're feeling angry, upset, negative, ask yourself, is this getting back to love? Is this the foundation I want to create in my business? Is this a foundation I want to have? Because you don't. That's where struggle starts coming in again. Because when you do not have love and you attract other people who do not have love, you're going to have a business that is just so from lack. So from lack. So even though you don't know who you want to be right now, right this second, you should know what your perfect day is and what it looks like, who the superhero in you is, who the dream rescuer in you are. And when you do that, that is when the struggle's over and the miracles begin. And I kid you not, that is how that works. So one of the things we're going to be doing this week is talking about our perfect day. If you want to join us in talking about that, you need to let the person who invited you to this call, the person who invited you to this call, know that you want to fill that out and get your perfect day up and running. All right, I am going to close this out today. I'm going to go enjoy my rest of my night, despite the fact I have a flu. And, you know, the flu taught me something. It taught me that I can still do a hangout, even though I don't feel good. It taught me I can still do a hangout, even though my grandson is here visiting and in the house making a ton of noise. It taught me to do it with ease. So get your perfect day. Send it to me. You can send it to me at my email address, juanita.waterman@gmail.com, and I'd love to read it. All right, talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.